All right, so welcome again to MG Sports TV, people. Thank you very much for joining me. And it has been, I won't say a while since I've done a Reggae Boy video, but I've done a lot of Reggae Boy video. And there's a lot of content out there actually pertaining specifically to the Reggae Boy. But you guys know, in recent time, I've been really kept busy with schoolboy football. For those who don't know, for those who know, I've been really busy in keeping up with the schoolboy football. But nonetheless, we have some discussion to cover this morning. I'm going to definitely give you guys some insights on what I think is happening specifically surrounding the new coach and the new administration. There's a lot to discuss, people, a lot to discuss. We have a few people in the comment section early as possible, so people joining the match, smash the like button. Jedi said you should have showed the video with Amal Knight plotting at the box. Which video that? I don't know that video there. Then again, why they never had him to the squad, we won't know. Oh well. O'Neal said, no matter how much a new coach means business, he won't succeed until the JFF means business. And that means dealing with the Dalton Wint issue. Now, let me tell you people, as you guys know, in Jamaican football, there's a lot of politics. There's a lot of political aspect in Jamaican football. But let me tell you something. It's not Jamaican football alone. All FAs have their own political issues that they deal with. Now, what happened is this. Some are definitely a lot more successful than some. Guys, as a commenters, please do smash the like button. Rob Smith said he was called the N-word by a DC United player. Who? Who, Rob Smith? Who was called by that? I don't know who you're speaking about. I don't know who you're speaking about. Answer the question, please, Rob Smith. I don't know. Bless up, Ngo God. So, alright, so you know, people, I won't waste any time. I'm gonna go straight. Oh, Nana. Really? I saw something came in. I think it's from 365 scored where Wayne Rooney said no room for racism, and basically, let me see if I can read I'm going to read what he said before I do anything. Wayne Rooney subs DC United player for using the N-word against Inter Miami. One of his players, after allegations, he used a racial slur against an Inter Miami player. I'm going to read it. I'll read a little bit more in it, people. So race shame Wayne Rooney subs DC United player for using the N-word. The player the allegations to the player is against an Inter Miami player. DC took on David Beckham club in a crunch MLS clash. What now? Okay, so Fortunas. Fortunas is the Fortunas. The number 11. I see him and Damian Lowe head-to-head clashing together. Seems like that's where the issue or the situation unfolds. And Damian Lowe definitely look like he wants to fight. Let me read it, people. Let me read before I go any further. Guys, please do smash the like button. But the game was overshadowed after 59 minutes when a scuffle occurred between the host striker, Fortunas, and the visitors, Damian Lowe. Miami ace Ahmed Makiba then also reacted angrily at Fortunas, with referee Ishmael Elfat cautioning both the Greek player and Lowe. But the ref then proceeded to confer with both teams' captain as well as Rooney and Inter manager Phil Neville. Following a delay of several minutes, the game continued when Fortunas was taken off the pitch on 66 minutes. Miami star DeAndre Yedlin later said Lowe was walking away after a tussle with Fortunas when the guy called him the N-word. The visitors then refused to play until something was done with that player, Yedlin said. Damian and the other player got into a bit of scuffle as Damian walked away. One of their guys called him the N-word. Neville backed the ex-Texas Tottenham ace claims in his post-match interview as he stated the worst word in the world was used during the game. The Manchester United hero insists the unacceptable incident needs to be addressed immediately. Neville said, we need to address an issue that maybe in the past was swept under the carpet, but we're a club that is proud of our diversity and inclusion in our staff and supporters, and there is no place at all for racism on a football field or society. A word was used that was unacceptable in a society. It is the worst word in the world. Neville former United teammate Rooney didn't get into details about the incident, but the legendary striker confirmed there was a complaint that will be investigated. Rooney said there was a complaint which we're sure will get investigated. Not much more can I say. According to the Athletics reporter Pablo Iglesias Marir, Fontanes has denied using the alleged slur. However, the MLS confirmed they are going to investigate the incident as there is zero tolerance for such abusive language. An official statement from the league read, MLS has zero tolerance for abusive and offensive language, and we take these allegations very seriously. An investigation into this matter will begin promptly. Further information will be provided upon completion of that investigation. DC United has also confirmed they will work closely with both the MLS as well as Inter Miami to resolve the issue. A club statement read, DC United are aware of the allegations involving a player during the match against Inter Miami FC. Same thing. The club will work closely with Major League Soccer and Inter Miami to investigate the incident. So there's a lot of investigation. Guys, we have 50 persons watching and only 12 likes. Can you guys please smash the like button? I would really appreciate it if you do so. And that is bad. That is really, really bad, people. Egner said, what do you think about this new coach? Because I don't know about him and would love to. Basically, most persons who know about him or even have any idea about him now, is basically what they have read so far. So it's not like we know him. We're not going to know him. We won't know him, but no one actually knows him like that. But we would have gotten information surrounding what he can do, how he operates and stuff. So definitely, there's a lot of information out there on him as well. Rob Smith said Rabel should have boxed him down in a locker room. Egner God said, love the program. All as a link up on the live. Big up, bro. Honestly, Rob said, I don't put it past Rabel, you know. I rebel that. True. But definitely, it is sad. It's really, really sad that we are still at this level in the football world. And we can't seem to move past this racism thing. And for some reason, it comes like it's embedded in some people's culture. So that like they can't move away from that. Bounce CV, blessed morning, best up Bounce CV. Recorder who said MG, big up yourself, big up as well. Enoch said, me I wait upon him first game. His first game is against Argentina, which is a bad I would say that's a bad game for literally wait upon. That's not the right game. But definitely let's see what he can do in that game. Alright, so people, we're gonna go to the article. We're here to discuss the coach, so we're gonna jump over to the article now, people. Let me see if I can get myself out of the way so that we can read the article and you guys can see what is happening pertaining to it. So as I mentioned last night, that my cursor is giving me some problem on the laptop, so I'm definitely gonna have to get a mouse sometime soon. Definitely gonna have to get a mouse sometime soon, as soon as possible actually. All right, so let's get this going, people. Let's get this going. Let's get to what we're here for. All right, so this is a JFF looking to mend fence with fan base. That is happening. JFF is looking to mend fence with fan base. So we're going to touch on that one first. If you guys can have a good look right here, I think I see myself. Possibly this is the first time I've ever been featured in a newspaper, and that's just a picture with me. What if I can claim some rights? But anyways, the article is out there, people. Let's have a look. I think this is not the article that we should. I don't think this is one that we should be touching as it. Right, you know what? Let me go and touch on the other one first before we touch on this one. Let's go on the other one. So that is the front page. That is the front page. As the front page, there's another article indefinitely that I want to have a look at. Good. This is the article, people. Boys coach outlines stands on team commitment. Now, the reason why I'm discussing this is right? The term commitment, the word commitment, The phrase commitment. That has been used in a significant amount of time, specifically surrounding the Reggae Boyz. I.e., Tappa use it, Paul Hall use it, and now our newest coach is using the same terminology, the same word, same phrase, the same ideology he's coming with. Same ideology, commitment. Now, I'm quite sure that we have heard this word on so much different platforms and so many different occasions with numerous different coaches now. All right, so let's get into the details, people. Let's have a read. Article written by Richard Parchment. All right, National Senior Men's team coach Heimir Hallgrimsson says keeping players motivated to represent Jamaica requires professionalism from the Jamaica Football Federation as much as from the Reggae Boyz. So maybe has been briefed, actually. Maybe has been briefed by the JFF in surrounding the Reggae Boyz and how they are operating. So maybe that's one way to look at it. That he has been briefed and is using the former ideology, the former incident as a part of it. Now, Hallgrimsson was addressing the media on Friday in his first press conference since arriving in Jamaica on Wednesday. When he was asked about the importance of ensuring that players, especially those recruited from clubs overseas, stay committed to the cause. Player commitment has long been a concern for some, especially after the failed FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign, which featured squad heavily reliant on players born overseas. However, a number of former Reggae Boyz have been outspoken in their criticism of the JFF, saying that teams' welfare was not at the highest standard, and when they represent Jamaica, when they represent Jamaica, some players cited having to spend their own money to upgrade flights from economic to business class, as well as to improve the quality of their hotel rooms. There is also issues of players threatening industrial actions because of money owed to them. Why not? Why not? Hallgrimsson says that for players to want to represent Jamaica, they have to be afforded the same professionalism they receive from their club overseas. All right, so I 100% agree with that. If we as a nation want players to represent us at the international level, and you're getting players who are operating in a professional environment, there's no way you can feature the players operating in a professional environment, bring them to this environment, and you're not even half the level. You're semi-pro, not even semi-pro. You're amateur. You're not ready. You're not operating at a professional level. The players won't be motivated. The players won't be interested in coming back, and that is the truth. Most of the players are treated like kings, basically, at club level. Don't expect the players are going to come here and they're yes, they are playing for their country, fine, sentiments and all that. But remember that many of these players, yes, let's be honest, they weren't born here. So the ties that we would have who born here, they don't really have that ties. They are coming to represent, they're coming to play football, so they're coming with the expectation that they're coming in a professional environment. I'm not saying that they don't love Jamaica, but I'm saying that it's not about love alone for them. They want to be treated right. So, for example, if you call up a local player, no matter how bad you treat him, he's just so happy for the opportunity. So he even look past all the other factors, not getting paid, not being treated right, not getting the proper facilities, not getting the proper resources. He's looking past all of those because he's so happy to play, which is wrong. Which is 100% wrong. It is wrong. You can't treat players like that and expect to get optimal performance. That is wrong. That's totally wrong, people. We have over 50 persons, people. Guys, please do remember to smash the like button. Let's get the likes up to 15 people, please. We're being here for 15 minutes, and it seems as if we're only on 23 likes, so we'll get like a 1 like per minute, basically. 1 like per minute. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a local player or an overseas player. There should be one professional standard at the international level, at JFF level, because at the administrative level, because it fosters good health, it fosters a good environment, it fosters the ability, the players, it fosters the mindset that things can work well. But It can't be that case. It cannot be that case where you have players not being treated as the professional that they are. It makes it very hard for the players to give you 100% or even coming back to represent. So that is something that definitely I love the fact that he is highlighting that. Let me continue. Hallgrimsson says that for players to represent Jamaica, okay, I just read that. If it is professional players, they come from a professional environment. We have to step up as a federation to keep the same quality when they come here. Well said, well said. If it's a professional player and they come from a professional environment, we have to keep it. So, but not only that, I'm quite sure that you might see them still trying to shoehorn in players specifically from the local core into the senior team. So it will go right. It'll go right across the board. Let me continue. Let's see what he said. Let's see what LZ has to say. I think that is number one to keep them motivated. So it will not be demotivating for players to come and play for Jamaica. That's number one. But in the end, when we have decided our working environment or identity, then the question is the player fitting the identity? So basically saying that when we really settle down, then now we'll start doing intensive recruiting to get players that will suit what we want to do. So that's what he's saying basically. So everyone is getting a clean slate right now. All the players are getting a clean slate right now. Everyone is getting a clean slate right now. But it's only for a time period until then. Then when everything is settled and the coach is ready, you will definitely see him doing his own selection, maybe doing his own recruiting. So that's good to see. Let me read. Go to some of the comments. Ajani Akin said English football take racism more seriously than American soccer. Why you say that? Why do you say that? I'm not sure. What would you use as a something there for that? I'm not sure. England guy said is a good one. Fresh guy said touch the like button as you reach people. Smash the like button. Also considering subscribing to the channel as well. Fresh guy said people, if you are watching the stream and haven't liked up the stream, please for sure press the like button. Thank you very much again, Fresh God. Always here supporting. Really, really respect the support. Let me continue. England guy said to see what he can do with his Jamaican team as good as against a good Argentina team. Bone CV said, what about Demar Gray from what about his passport? Let me tell you something. The truth is Demar Gray is vastly more interested in playing for England than that of Jamaica. That is the truth. That is the ugly truth. He is, but definitely he is, and he wanted to, but he's way more interested in waiting. And even knowing that he see Ivan Toney got the opportunity, I'm sure that he'll be sticking around for that opportunity as well. Unless it just get dark. Omar Fowlin said, irrespective of where the players are born, man forget good treatment. I agree with that 100%. No matter where they come from. Jeff Nichols said, JFF don't want to respect and spend the necessary money but expecting great result. That don't make sense. That don't make sense for true, Jeff Nicholson. That's not how football is. Specifically modern day football. That's not how it is. Modern day football change. Things change, man. Island Car said, MG, some of your local players will not be in the team very soon because the coach will be picking the best players overseas. I know for sure you will feel away. Am I right? You see the thing about it, Island Card? I'm an advocate for the best players possible to represent the team. And when I say some of my local players, I don't want Jamaica football. JFF players, I don't want Jamaican football Island Card. I don't own it. And not because I do local football coverage, it does mean that I own them. No, I don't own them. And they're not my players. I just do local football coverage. I respect local football Island Card. I respect it. Remember, a lot of people don't respect it. I do. And that's a difference between me and many people. I respect what we have here. This is what we have. We weren't born in. This is not, Jamaica is not in Europe. So it's easy to do certain things. And let me tell you, a lot of time people talk, they don't even know the dark art of football, or the behind the scene issues of football. But I won't feel anyway, because at the end of the day, once we're winning, we are winning. And that's a good thing. Once we're winning. But in the same sense, you must have a local camp. What's going to happen when you have an international friendly, and you have an international friendly, and it's not in a FIFA window? What you do then? Think about that one, Island Card. Think about that one. Onion said, define professional. Isn't a local player professional as well? Agree. Yes, they are professional, but they're not up. All right, so our local league, I won't say it's operating professionally. I would not say that. Our local league is not professional as yet. I think it's maybe in the semi-professional region, but it's not professional. Lamar said, military, you know, we're not going to beat Argentina. We are going to look to see how the team perform, tactics and etc. But what would be an acceptable score line? 3-0. For me, 1-1. Lamar, for me, 1-1. May I tell you the truth? It's not really to say, but it's not even realistic. But for me, 1-1. Ian said, military, realistically, what does this mean for USL and JPL players? I don't know, because the truth is, no, we don't know. That is the truth. We don't know. We can make all different type of assumptions, Ian. We can make millions of assumptions, and the 100% fact is, we all don't know. We don't know who the coach will play, who the coach will like. We don't know none of that. That is just the truth. We might come to any level of conclusion, and we can say this and we can say that, but the 100% fact is, none of us know what or who the coach will use. No one. We can say, boy, coach are going to only use European players. The coach are going to only use players in Scandinavian League. We can say the coach are only going to use JPL players, or the coach are going to use players in USA. The 100% fact. This is a fact. Not one of us know. One thing for sure, the coach said, Jamaica have a very, very talented pool of players. He said that's the only fact we can come to. So no one knows. No one knows. If other people know, well, I don't know that. Let me tell you the truth. Maybe other people know. But I don't know. This is for me. I have no clue. I have no clue at all. When we see the first team selection, then we can get a better insight on what to expect. When we see the team perform, then we can get an insight on what to expect. And then we can come to some level of conclusion. In the event that a game is played, even in Jamaica, or we can go to the press conference, even in that sense, that is the only way we can even ask these questions, so we get a better insight. But when we're going to really know is maybe a year or so, or maybe after his first 5 games, we'll know who he's likely to use. Guys, we have almost 100 persons watching, and we barely can reach 50 likes. Right? You're rough. You're rough. Smash the like button, people. Please do so. I would really appreciate it if you guys do so. Only 41 likes, people, and we have over 100 persons, almost 100 persons watching. So Lamar said, like how is an overseas coach, what do you think about the local players' chance of getting a call up? As I said, I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't. Alan Carr said, so MG, are you going to judge the new coach on his first game? No, there's no way we can't judge the new coach on his first game. Let me tell you. Remember the Island Card, I support Arsenal, right? And for sure, anyone who knows me knows that from Mikel Arteta came to the club, I am a big supporter. I was a big advocate for Mikel Arteta. Because Mikel Arteta represents change. He represents a new direction for the club. I can even go back to some of my videos, Arsenal videos. In the back of it, I had trust the process on the back of it. Trust the process. A lot of people know. For those who usually watch my Arsenal content. So one game, I think we can only judge a coach. Maybe Gold Cup. Let's see Gold Cup. I think Gold Cup would be the best template to use. But not now. Not the first, maybe not in the first 9 games. You can't really judge a coach. But I see a lot of people came out with the axe and the pitchfork and those things for Paul Hall after 3 or 4 games. But you have to be realistic. It wasn't even Paul Hall's squad. It wasn't Paul Hall's squad. And that's just how it is. Um, Alan Carr said MG. Just read that. Alan Andrew 55. Big up Andrew 55. MG look like he's a three at the back coach. I like that. No, he's a 4-4-2 coach. He's a 4-4-2 coach. Andrew. Why I think he's a three at the back? He's a 4-4-2 coach. Look at how most of his team set up. 4-4-2. Ian Clam said, Milter, please DM me the article or provide the link. Thanks. Okay, no problem. As soon as we come off. Ian Clam said, I just read that. Not true. Jamaica frustrate the hell out of Gray. One of those lengthy process again, Ian. Another one of those lengthy process, right? Ricardo Rule said, MG, we can't expect players who are playing in a big club to come and expect him not to want the same comfort. Agree. That is true. That's just a fact. He's coming into a professional environment. So he's expecting to be treated. He's coming into an expected professional environment. So he's expecting professionalism at all levels. Jano, over 100 likes and not even 50. Over 100 person viewing that. People, guys, they can't smash the like button. I'm not thinking difficult still. No. It's free. Let me tell you, it's free. It is free. It is free. It's actually just a way of showing that you guys support, at least like the video. Karoom, big up Karoom. Andrew 50 says, MJ, which one of the goalkeepers did Blake replace? I'm not sure, no. I'm not sure. Maybe Kemar Foster. I'm not sure. Karoom, he will big up Karoom. A massive respect. Alan Carter laugh. He would not be the coach for the Argentina game. He will take up his contract in January. I think he's going to take over the Argentina game. I think he's going to take over. I'm not sure, but I think he's going to take over for the Argentina game. Why not test the waters from now? Andrew 55 said, anybody can get a look except Powell and Aka. No, man, I think from you see what Paul Hall did, Paul Hall is moving away from those players initially. So I don't think this coach coming in now will take up that mantle. What expect the coach to say? We have talent. I just want him to structure our football from the base come up. No, the thing is not, Karim, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that is not the head coach's role about ground-based football. But a lot of people don't understand the importance of the senior coach and the ideologies that he has and how it affects the ground rule football. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't. You see, that is the reason why the people. It's important to get knowledge and not just listen and not just. All right, let me tell you something, people. Ground rule football has a lot to do with your national team. Your ground rule football has a lot to do with your national team. That is the reason I said if Jamaica is going to play a game outside of a FIFA window, who are you going to select? Where are those players going to come from? Not all the time, clubs will allow their players to go outside of a FIFA window and participate in a game. You won't find that on a regular basis. So what we see the other day, we get even a few players, you won't find that. So that is the reason why I always emphasize that it's important to have a local camp. A set of players who are playing under the same coach, particular system or style of play. So we can say, okay, we get an international friendly, a big game as well. We can't get the top guns. We both can provide a squad who is competent enough to perform. But how is that squad going to be competent if there's no emphasis on local football? That's a problem. That's a problem. Karim said, one thing for sure, this coach will not take JFF stupidity. Where do I reach? Karim said, still a trust the process. Still a try trust the process. Trust it, Karim, man. Trust it. Omar Fowler said, coach said his tactics depends on the players he has. So he's saying he's adaptable. Rob Smith said, all four keepers are going, my general. Really? Why the purpose of all four keepers? For one game? January? And I take up one midfielder space, you know. That don't make no sense to me still, really and truly. Karim Grant. Let me see where I read. Karim Grant said he said he will take over the Argentina game. Oh, good. Fresh God said he will be in charge for the Argentina from what he said in the press conference. So that's a positive. That's definitely a positive. You know what, people? Let me drop the number. Let me drop my number in the comment section so you guys can call in. I'm dropping the number in the comment section, people, so you guys can call in if you feel you need to call in. Actually. You can call in via WhatsApp. I think that's the best route. Call in via WhatsApp. Let me see. I think the article is not finished. All right, so let's continue, people. Let's continue. The article is not finished, people. So there's a lot more to read through it. Hallgrimsson says he found it unacceptable that over 100 players have represented Jamaica in a 2-year period, he said. And he said that has affected team cohesion. That's a lot, 100 players in just in what? 2-year period? That's a lot. That means there's no level of consistency. There's no structure. That is a lot. And there's a lot of chop and change, this man in, that man out. To build a better team year by year, you have to have stability in your selection, he said. So you can't be playing 100 players and always be starting from zero to try to implement your thoughts. Then 10 new players next game, and we have to start again from ground zero. Now, that is something that we have been suffering from a long, long time. And guess what? This man coming, he never reached good, and he identified this issue. He not even reached good, and he identified this issue. So, this big thing now, say, boy, this thing what we just talk about, say, boy, get that money, bring in that money. Bring in that money. Carry that money come. Bring that money come. For sure, this coach is in for none of that. This coach is in for none of that, people. So the idea about bringing that money, bring that money come, this coach is in for none of that. Definitely, this coach is a coach. If he selects his 45, that is what he's sticking to. If you don't think that person is good enough, that's on you. That is on you. But that is what he's sticking to. So, this is something that we definitely gonna have to understand and grasp going forward. So, if you select someone in the national team that you believe is not good enough, he will not change it because of you. And it's not going to be the same just bringing that somebody there, bringing that somebody there, carry that somebody there come. And we have been subjected to that for a good while now. Now, this man is saying that is too much player. If you look at his record, I think most of his record is, for his time period, he hasn't used over 50 players. He hasn't used over 50 players for his time period. So, people, let me tell you from now, if you want to see that the money come in, unfortunately, this is not the coach for that. This is definitely not the coach for that. Unfortunately. So, you must look at that. Let me continue. Where do I reach? Egna said, love how you talk down to earth. Big up, Egna. Talk local league is the best if it start from somewhere military. If it start from somewhere. It's not the best, but we definitely have to start from somewhere for real. Jeff Nichols said, our national team is not. Okay, so we're getting the first caller, people. Let's see if it's the first caller. Morning, caller. Good morning. Bless up.
Big up yourself. For me, what I'm about to say now, in order for football to go forward and grow, we have to start from the grassroots. We have to have the same philosophy all the way up. I see the same thing at the schoolboy level, the same system right through. It has to be right across the board from the primary, the prep, right through. That's how we're football to grow. If all the other European countries are doing that, brother, football are going to go places.
All right, so the talk is that, right?
We have to just trust the coach at the moment and just make him put him own ideology towards the team and make us see where we are going to go.
All right, this is the problem. Many people are going to say that that is not the head coach's responsibility. That is the technical director's responsibility. That's what a lot of people. We can tell you right now, even in the comment section, you're going to find people in the comments that say, boy, I know the head coach task that is the technical director task. No, I agree with you 100%. And this is something that, big up Solids, JT, this is not something that Craig Butler have been saying for a long time now. Craig Butler have been saying this for a long time now in regards to what we need to do, how we need to go going forward, and how the national team needs a particular system in going forward. But guess the thing about it now. People don't understand. People don't understand the importance of when you have your local product at a high level, which means that even outside of an international window, you can grasp a local team. Look at Qatar team, all based local. Look at Morocco team. Look at the Morocco team that played against our local team. They were miles ahead of us. Exactly. And they can feel a local team that is that good. So imagine the first team. So guess what now?
Why me say that, you see, I've been around the O2S high school football program, and I can tell you that's what O2S is doing right now. They started from the under 14 and it's the same system right through up to the Dakar Stack Up. So people think that O2S is just performing because, no, it's because of the ideology that the coach has placed.
From under 13 comes straight up, under 14 comes straight up. Yeah. So you guys are basically reaping the rewards of that. No, look at this now, right? Look at this. If you really look into some of the aspect of what we're seeing in specifically, I don't want to go towards just local football because there's a lot to discuss. No, the thing is that people believe that it is not the coach's responsibility, it's the technical director, but they don't understand that every football organization, every single football organization, the coach and the technical director work hand in hand. They do the same technical.
They do the same thing.
Exactly.
They do the same thing.
Because if the coach is not even, if the coach can't go to a game now, the two best person to go to that game is the assistant and the technical director because they would know a lot more about the team than anybody else.
That's so true.
But guess what now, people? Guess what now, boss? Give me a name, boss.
It's
Ricardo, you work with what's your team?
I've been around them from 2016 when they went to the quarterfinals.
Oh, so like gonna have a good thing going, man. I mean say tune in for the schoolboy football program then too, man.
Listen, good. I tell you, say, from here, I tell you in the comments, say, I've seen this Clarendon College team for myself. Trust me, people might think I'm exaggerating, but this team has shown that they can put the football down, move it about, and get the job done. That is what you want.
It's the best thing that's
as any coach right now would want to be around that Clarendon College team. Why? Because them play to instructions.
Alright, yo, I couldn't move off attack. I could stay to the coach. But definitely I go do one program later, so you know say yo, you can call in later. So I go do the call, I start to call in for the school program as well. Because I know a lot of the youth them want to call in and talk to me. But alright, so you have in regards to a system. Every national team has a system.
Every national team, right? All of the big teams have a system that they play with. And it's not just a system.
This is going to be tough, right?
It's not just a system we start from the national team. It starts from small. Them start from under 13, right?
MG. Well, big deal and MG. MG, you're wrong. Enough change this coach are going to make because in soon see some of the players them not good, plus he need his own players. But we never say nothing against that big deal. So what we wrong with? Them what we wrong with? That is when you say a big deal, it's a fact. But the thing is, you won't see that change until maybe 2 years time. Or a year going forward. You won't see that change right now. You will not see that change right now. You will see that change maybe 1.5, 2 years time going forward. Because now, let me put things in context. People are expecting that This coach coming now, so right away, things are going to fix. Right away, things are going to get better. No. That is not how football is. Let me tell you, that is not how football is. All right, so you know what? Them all tell me, say, boy, get them man over there, so. Get them man over there, so, and just put them together. Automatically, the team good. No, as well. You see, you see, the thing is, you see, most of these persons who are speaking, most of the people who used to say that, even in the comment section, most of the people say that they're not around a football project. They have never been around a successful football project to say, okay, this can work, that can work. Look, fortunately enough, I have been around. Me know European scouts. Me know European scouts now. Me know Manuel scouts, as in Manuel scouts Bayern Leverkusen. Manuel scouts Bayern Leverkusen. I think he come on my show one time. I invited. He was on my show one time. Good thing. Now let's discuss. Me know coach who are coaching European teams as well. Same scouts. Let me meet them. But in the same sense, and we have discussions surrounding how you can build a successful team going forward. How you can build a successful team going forward. And when you come and say, boy, it have to start from grassroots, people say, boy, me just have to pick up. Why not pick up your phone? People just say, I pick up for the local man. That is all them I say now. When we say football.
No, you can't pick up for local man. May I give you an example? I remember back in the days when I was playing for Creation FC, I was calling them big up yourself. And that man imposed a own system from the under 17 level. Not even under 17, from the under 13 level. Would you believe it that within a span space of 1 year and about 1 year and about 6 months, Creation FC did something that nobody was looking for. Went on to win the Division 2, went to Division 1, and we did well, came fourth. Yeah? And trust me, it was all because of the system. So all we have to do now is trust this coach. Yeah? Anytime we start, what we like with we as fans, some of us, as soon as things are not going the way we want, we call for the coach head immediately.
All right, so
instead that we try to make him build where he might try to build.
All right,
it's like we're not trusting or giving him enough time.
All right, big up Lanzel Stewart who just subscribed to the channel. Really, really appreciate it. All right, look at this, right? You make some very good points, and in regards to that. When you have a coach, another thing I realize with this coach is that he's coming in initially and he's putting out everything on the table. He's laying out everything on the table. He said, this is what we're going to do. This is how we plan to move forward. I love that fact. Now, it is now the important aspect of the question, can he or will he get the backing that he truly, truly deserves? Will he get that backing that he truly, truly deserves? That's where the question lands. Because, you know.
That I feel me have now, because we know for ourselves how we our Jamaican support stay when it comes on to football. As soon as things now go the way we want it to go, we start call for heads. And the heads where we call for, we not call for. We need Jamaica Football Federation and some reshuffling have to go on this in order for football go anywhere about the high level where we want it to go. And at time for people start opening them eyes, people who have turned their blind eye and act like them not see. Them need to open them eye and see that.
All right, so I think over the years, right, this is what happened over the years.
A lot of talent, whole heap of talent we see waste because of the federation.
What if the fans did a speak out like how I speak out now, maybe 10 years back? How far the program would be?
Come on, Guna. We know things that would be much better.
All right, so let me take some more comments. But bless up in the caller. Bless up for calling here. May I give out somebody the opportunity for calling. Massive respect here. Have a good day, man. I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, man.
Yo, tune into the program tonight. All right. Ian Campbell said, military, many of our core players cannot move forward with the squad as they don't have the necessary skill set. That's true. That's definitely true, Ian. But will the coach view it that way as well? You have to remember, you have to remember, say, Ian, I know we are selected side, I know we are big team. And now we are picking team. We have seen many questionable decisions already with the Reggae Boyz. We have seen many questionable decisions. It boils down to the coach. We can, that's what I say, we can sit here and we can depend on our phone, we can depend on social media and say, boy, this man is not good enough, that the man is enough to play, go for that the man there, use that the man there, and the coach see otherwise. What if the coach say, you are going, out of the 40 man, out of the 60 man selection I may get, going forward, I'm going to only use this 60 selection going forward until I can implement my system and start doing the filter system and start doing the filtration. What if? So it's not just we saying this, that the man is not good enough, are in our eyes. And funny enough, let me tell you something about football, Ian. Let me tell you about something football. Me assume you play football. Let me assume you play football, Ian. Me play football, so me assume you play football. It can be that when this coach come and implement his style of play and his system, you have a more organized team, you have an organized set of players, and you'll be surprised that even players that we said weren't good start to look good. Even players that we said no good, none at all of a sudden, they start to look good because now they're playing in a structured system that can get out their best traits. Guys, we are now 14 likes away from hitting 100. Please do, guys, help me get the 100. Teddy Lee Gray, big up. Omar Fowler said, technical director don't know more than this coach, so he will have to take directions from this coach. What I think most of the time, technical directors and coach work extremely close together. Ian Cabell said, many people don't want foreign-born players in the national team, but not man enough to say, I don't believe that, Ian. Me not think so. Look, Ravel Marson is best player in our team. Ravel Marson is best player in our team. So how you not want Ravel Marson in your team? Me not think me agree with that one, Ian. Me not think so. Me not think nobody in their rightful mind. Me not think nobody in their rightful mind would have really I think like that. Biggie said, MGCC, you famous? No, man, me not famous, man. Me not famous. We have to start from grassroots, but them not in the national team right now. Them have to go in a one big league and prove themselves first. The thing about it is not a big deal, then. As Mr. Still, it's not what we think, you know. It's not what we think, it's what the coach wants to do. Upper said Downs will only take one team to World Cup, and the team was in 2010. And the other team was to professional. Can't say that. I don't know why that I hide. Alright, so one thing, and the other team is it was Professor Maniso that was the head of the under 17 in 1999 and under 20 team in 2001. Donzel was an assistant coach. Valuable information. Clear me said Blake is back in. Yeah, I saw it. Big Dylan said, see the coach bring in his first player already. The John Russell. Why is he a film player? Big Dylan, why you think a film player? Why is he a film player? Big Dylan, why do you think it's his player? May I try to scroll through the comments, people? Just going to upper on that validate my point even more. He has not gotten any backlash and development has stalled. Enough more to come. Kevin Facey, big up Kevin Facey. Omar Fowler said, need more action on the ground level to get into the parish FA. True. That's true. That is true. Enoga said, yeah, while we can job sports talk, big up. I wish that we can do as much with the players we have in making a change in Jamaica football. Now, Jamaica football, it has been stagnant for years. Specifically the local football. I have seen improvement, but it has a long way to go. People are only 8 likes away from hitting the 100 mark. Footballer play good all around the world. True. Upper said we need 50 coaches across Jamaica like Jackie Walters, Butler, and Hyde. All would implementing a particular system, right? Same way Upper. I think so too. Andrew 55 said, yo MG, you have some man would have put Fabian McCarthy over Ravel. No, Andrew 55. Me not agree with that. Andrew. Me not agree with that. Shad said, big up. I agree with Ian. A lot of people don't want English-born players even players in the squad. I've never really heard anyone like that saying anything like that. Ian Campbell said, Milton, remember the coach is planning for 2026. The coach wants to win several core players and have been dropped. Several core players have already been dropped. Remember, so enough of them dropped from the Paul Hall regime. You have to remember, so Paul Hall dropped a lot of them already. So the coach have an easier task right now to pick from some better players. Because Paul Hall already did the job. People, you can't tell me say 7 likes. Do you know? 7 likes, people to get to 100. Once you reach 100, we now hear me asking again now. Once you hit 100 likes, we now hear me say nothing more likes again. And they don't write this up. Because once we have over 100 person viewing, I would really like to have 100 likes. And you don't write this up. I now ask about it again. That's all. So let's continue, people. Let's continue with the article. The new coach also addressed public disputes between players and the JFF. The most recent issue came up last week with the captain Andre being initially excluded from the squad preparing to face Argentina on the 27th. He was, however, added to the list by Hallgrimsson, who said that all players have a fresh start with him in spite of differences they may have had with the JFF in the past. All players? This is what he said now. Let's look at what the coach said. I hope we can start with a clean slate, he said. So every player, whatever has happened in the past, has a chance to prove himself to be a part of the squad, especially in the future squad. We will have a way of working, the coaching staff. The players will decide this is the way we are going to do things. That's number one. How we are going to speak, how we're going to hack, how we're going to dress, how we're going to decide, we're going to sleep, we're going to eat, etc., etc., etc. We're going to decide that together. Then we follow that path, and then this is a question of, do the players want to be on this path, or do they not? That's the question when we decide how we're going to work together and what kind of identity the Jamaican national player should have. Then it's easy to select players, he said, emphasizing that the selection process is simpler when all parties establish common ground based on team values. Based on team values. You see, people, there's a lot that is being highlighted in that one aspect. There's a lot that is being highlighted in that one aspect. He is clearly stating what he wants to be done and how they are about going it, go about doing it. Ian Cam said, Big Dylan Russell was scouted by Paul Hall. Paul Hall did a lot of work. Egnogan said, I play football, football player, up around, we need 50. Oh, I read that already. Ian Cam said, military, remember the coach is planning for 2026. I read it already. Ricardo Root said, MG Ravel is the best player in the team. I agree, without a doubt. I have seen it for myself. Shad said, Guna, it's not what you agree with, it's just facts. It is facts. It is facts. That is something if you agree with it, because of facts. Shad said, that's something if you agree with it, now facts, because it is facts. Johnny Atkinson said, Reggae Boyz will lose badly against my team, Argentina. John, what, sir? Really, Johnny? You really want to see the Reggae Boyz get beat up like that? Anyway, so the coach is basically saying, the selection process is going to be vastly simpler when we have a particular identity on how we want to play. The selection process will be easier. I.e., so coach play a 4-4-2 system. And he wants his right back to press forward whenever the ball is on the right hand side. He wants the right back to drift inside, drift to the right, play as the right central midfielder. What that does, enables the right winger to go forward, maybe sometime form a back three. Now, when he's doing his recruiting, he's going to look for players who he see can play that particular way. So that basically narrow it down. So no, I'm talking players, and some fans don't like the overseas players in. Oh, me don't know. Shaz, me don't know, because I've never spoken to anyone who don't want any European player in the squad, any Jamaicans who play overseas in their squad. I don't know. If that is the case, then no Bailey, then no Boza, no Kaim Paris, then that's the case. If that is the case. So, but I have never really spoken to anyone who come across with that mindset. I've never really spoken to anyone like that. So I'm not really sure. El Granjiro said against my team Argentina. Granjiro, I hear me no, I don't know. Javon plays at Argentina, I get a Bob Marley. Shad said them the born a foreign. Well, they play a foreign. Most of the years they spend it a foreign, so why not? Most of the years they spend it a foreign, so why not? Eh? Why not? Anyways, people, I'm going to touch on that topic at different time. This is it. JFF looking to mend fences with fan base, so you can see Tarek Ziminis and a couple of the fans together. Maybe you can see MG Sports right here, so maybe you can see, you know. But I say go. Alright, so I'm just gonna read the top part of this article. The Jamaica Football Federation says one of the key objectives ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Alright, let me start off first. Let me start off because I want to record this. Good. So let me start off, people. Let's go. So JFF looking to mend fences with fan base. As you can see, Tarek Ziminis and some of the fans. The Jamaica Football Federation says one of its key objectives ahead of the start of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign is to rebuild the Reggae Boyz fan base. What do they mean, rebuild the Reggae Boy fan base? Should they have said rebuild the relationship with the with the administration, the JFF and the fan base, or rebuild the fan base? Let's see. I think that's what they well, I don't know. Let me read a little bit further. This, it says, involves having more high-profile opponents in Jamaica for international friendly matches. That is good. That is something that we're looking forward to. While the JFF has secured an international friendly game against Argentina, a contender for this year's FIFA World Cup title, that much will be played in Harrison, New Jersey on September 27th. The JFF has been able to lure high-profile teams to the island because of the large match fees. The JFF has not been able to lure high-profile teams to the island because of large match fees they would require to accept the invitation. Stingy some man, pay up some of my money. Selling a car, selling a big vehicle on the drive. The Vice President Raymond Anderson says the JFF is now making plans to rebuild its relationship with the fan base. Okay, but I didn't say that earlier. But he says it will require the help of corporate Jamaica. Very interesting. Let's see what he has to say about that. We want to improve our fan base, so we're going to appeal more to corporate Jamaica to underwrite the cost of hosting games. Okay. Anderson told the Jamaica Observer during a press conference to unveil new head coach Heimir Hallgrimsson on Friday. It will take a lot to really have games here in terms of gate receipts and cost of tickets. For example, if you're going to get an Argentina to come here, he would outprice or we would outprice ourselves. We have to make sure that we'll get corporate Jamaica on board and our number one sponsors, which is the supporters who really have to pay more to go through the gate. All of those things have to be taken into consideration. At least he's thinking. But I can tell you that the plan is to really have some key games in Jamaica because we have to rebuild the fan base for our 2026 World Cup, FIFA World Cup campaign. Now, one of the things that you guys can do is a lot more ads. Last World Cup campaign, no one even know that the World Cup was going on. No one even know that the World Cup campaign was going on. Back in the days, you can see every minute says rise up, stand and take your place. And we haven't seen the entire World Cup qualifiers campaign. We haven't seen none of that. Omar Fon said, put it this way. You have people who don't want overseas born players in the team. Jason wants to rebuild the fan base. Look at the empty seats in the matches. It has to be rebuilt. True. Andy Campbell, big up Guna. You have people in Jamaica that don't want overseas based players in the squad, especially English based players. Because as I said, I cannot confirm to that because I haven't spoken to anyone who said anything like that. People, maybe not. Is it for me, people? I'm not a negative person, so maybe people who are negative won't approach me, won't say those things to me. Zero Love said, rebuild the fan base and engagement. Yes. Lamar said, how we know if we want overseas players when the local players are better. Shake my head. Let's continue. I think the article go a little bit further. Andre, you can see Andre Gray there, whipping the ball across. Some will take a developmental game, while others will take one where all their top players have to be there, Anderson said. He described considerations such as electricity for eliminating the venue for night matches as a minimal cost. It may cost us extra 500,000 or so, but everything adds up, he said. If spectators usually pay 2,000 or 3,000 to go to the bleachers, we increase it to 4,000. You will have resistance from the public. That is true. But let me tell you something. If it's a high-profile game, you will find resistance, but I still think there'll be a lot of supporters coming out. I still think so. Anderson said, Anderson says, should such a situation occur, the JFF would then need to give a justification to the public for the increase. Of course, people are going to ask it. But it has to happen, he says. We are really serious about the fan base and the 12th man, which we really needed. We're going to have to work on it, but the president is working on it, and we're going to definitely get it right. So they are promising people, listen, they are promising that they are definitely going to get it right. President Michael Ricketts says a number of changes will be made to the JFF's operation. However, apart from the most obvious with Hallgrimsson appointment, he will not get into the details about them. But he did say that the fans also have to play a part in rebuilding the spirit around the team for the qualifying campaign. This is what he said, people. I want to call out to the Jamaican for more commitment, more loyalty, more optimism as we try to change our football direction, Ricky said. The truth is, however, that our senior Women's World Cup qualification on its own signifies an indication of a new start, and we must not overlook that. The federation has muscled down and has been making up important internal changes which will position it to fully support our national activities. The changes I will not speak about too much, except to say that the call to action for optimism is based on efforts that we will make effective immediately. RJ, tell him just your phone call, ring back because when I read, nobody wants to stop in the middle of it. So just shut him back right away, Jay Teller. Just shut him back right away, bro. Because nobody wants to stop in the middle of it. So there's a promise, people. So they are promising us. There's some huge promising about fixing the fan base. And listen, we're looking now because at the end of the day, we're looking. There's a big cry for change. We as fans, we have been significantly crying for change consistently. Jay Taylor, as I said, call back, bro, because me not read, me nobody want to stop. So as soon as me done, you can call back, you know, bro. Blows and skirts, I said the comment section gone bad. Where did I reach? Jamaica will be playing Chile 19th of November in Sheffield. Not bad, that's good news. I knew that was pending. Simplified Cinema Network, big up. In Jamaica right now, listen to the stress. Big up, man. Shad said, rising the prices that don't invite fans back in. If you can sell out the stadium at a lower cost, it will add up. Got a point? But what if you sell out what if you sell it out, but it's still not add up to the cost that the overhead? So call back here now, bro. Show me that read. I couldn't take the call at the time. You can call back here now. Jason going to say, MG, you won't hear anyone explicitly say no English players in the team. To see it would require a bit of reading between the lines. But the thing about it now, Jason, I don't want to insinuate or perceive that someone is saying something that they didn't actually say. I will have Jay Taylor calling people. Big up, Mr. Taylor. What going, bro?
Yeah, big up our military. Long time, man.
Yeah, me there, man. You know, so me kind of kind of slightly out of the space a bit in and out because he had a whole for work specifically
No, man,
internally.
I'm tracking you. I'm tracking you on Instagram. I'm constantly tracking you on all the clips and the Manning Cups, and I love what you're doing with the interviews. I think you're solidifying yourself in the space as a genuine journalist and a correspondent all in one. Like you're running your own channel, getting there on the ground. Because you know what I like to, you're actually there getting first-hand look at these players. So when people come on and ready to talk to you, they better know what they're talking about.
Yeah, true. But the thing about it, Jay Taylor. All right, let me tell you something, Jay Taylor. I'm going to discuss this right now. All right, so there was a huge cry. There was a big cry, and many people come to me about it in regards to the JFF getting banned by FIFA, right? You remember that people were crying over that?
The JFF got banned by FIFA?
No, may I say, if you remember, people were crying for that FIFA to step in and just ban us and scrap the program.
Oh, those are just mad people, man.
All right. No, I want to clear it up for the persons who were saying it, right? They said nothing is wrong if this is what they said. This is their excuse. They said nothing is wrong if we take a ban for like 3 years, clean up house and restart. They said it's a step back for a better future. That's what they said. But
no, military. Listen, you see, as I said, YouTube space is full of emotionally charged rhetoric. That's just an emotionally charged statement, because when you're gonna ban the JFF, you gotta remember that you're also preventing your youth development and their progress and people reaching different levels as far as football is concerned. There's no need to do that. There's other ways to restructure without having a out and out ban in football. That makes no sense. That's gonna set us back before 1962, brother.
exactly.
Like,
and you know what? Let me tell you what my biggest problem, because I think the ban would have huge implication on local football as well.
Yeah. That's what I said, the development.
Exactly. So schoolboy football, all them local football who see what watch now what take place in Jamaica, I think that would start, because JFF is the head of our light. They are the head of every single down to the primary school football we play. So if JFF got it,
I don't know how does it affect, and we don't even know how it affects the players from the team when your country is banned by FIFA as well.
Listen to this and know. So you know the truth is the crime in Jamaica is high. It's very, very high. So imagine now you have thousands of football players. Is it thousands? I would say hundreds of football players. I would say thousands, you know, because I would say thousands. I would say thousands of football players. Thousands of football players in Jamaica. Thousands of football players in Jamaica losing their job because the clubs won't be able to be operational. Because they won't be playing any football. So think about that now. You're going to have thousands of unemployed men coming out in the streets now. What should they do?
Yeah, that's true. And military, that's why here we go again with this whole quota system. As I said, I never agree in a quota system in a senior team, but I think in the youth teams, I don't want to call it, I always say it's a non-binding quota system. I think there should be a balance. And why I say that is you have to leave room for the young men in your country to aspire to get to the pinnacle of their talent. You know what I mean? You have to give chances to them.
So the thing, hold on, Taylor, you're going to know. I've heard you say that numerous times, but numerous programs. And the amount of beating you get feet. And let me tell you why you get beaten feet. You have to understand, so there's a lot of people in the region, they just don't like anything of football in Jamaica. And once you start coming up with something like that now, they're going to say, boy, yeah, try force man 19. But listen to this. Let me tell you, let me break it down way more simpler than any one of you guys can do. So, Jay Taylor, this is it, right? You were born in England, and you're playing for a club. Say you're born in England, you're born next door to Arsenal. You have little talent, your parents have money, so they enlist you in an Arsenal academy. Because a lot of people don't know, say academies is a money-making thing. Many people don't know that. You get enlisted in an academy, right? In Arsenal academy. Me born in Jamaica, right? And me I play some little schoolboy football. But talented, very, very talented. At age 13, let's say we have a same level of talent. Or we can do the same thing. Two-way striker, or the same potential. Me I play schoolboy football whilst I play academy football. Going up to age 16 now, where we go closer to the professional level. Me still I play schoolboy football. You I play under 23, you're closer to the senior team. Right? But guess what now? No? Guess where you're there? You're there Arsenal. So significantly, that means you're better than me. Without anybody seeing you. Me I play schoolboy football. Me no good. You don't even see me. Me no good. Me no good.
Yeah.
So guess what happened now? Guess what happened now? The under 17, under 20 World Cup I come up and they say, here I go on. Boy, Jay Taylor, they're Arsenal now, I play under 23 and my 16. I could call him now. So them call Jay Taylor. And Jay Taylor come. Boy, military I play under 16 and D Cup Manning Cup for JC, you know. Me say bad, you know, but JC I play for a local man that here, man. I can go and wait out a little bit. I can wait a little bit. Now, guess what happened now? When something happened and somebody bring me to the team and me get a part to look into the team. And when they realize they must say, no man, both players are really good. It's just that one play a participant and play next. So the reason I say this now, right? Let me tell you, a lot of people don't know. For me, let me use this example. For me, everyone who knew that when the under 20 are gone, I was there. And let me tell you, I said something to someone and then cussed me. You see Jamar Clark, right? Do you know that Zion Scarlett is a more lethal finisher than Jamar Clark? All right.
I just...
Well, I
don't know.
Well, no, let me tell you, you have so much bashing you get in the comment section. Two strikers were more lethal than Jamar Clark. But there's two things Jamar Clark over two of them. Two things. Two strikers. Whisper is a more potent goal scorer than Jamar Clark. Zion Scarlett is a more potent goal scorer than Jamar Clark. What Jamar Clark have over two of them is presence and the hold-up play. Presence and the hold-up play. Now, guess what now? No? People are going to say, boy, Milton don't know him attack. Say. And funny enough, you know. All of who are say so, never seen them together. All of them who are say so, never seen them together. Never seen them together. The best person to talk on the matter are coaches. A lot of people don't listen when the coaches speak. They speak over the head of the coach because they know better. Specifically fans. We say we know more than even the coach or coach team. We say we can do a better job than the coach or coach team. That's what we do. That's what we say.
But military, I believe I know more than a lot of the local coaches, and I could do better than them without even a coaching license.
Why
because
is that?
It's that they make
Why
because they make coaching looks like it's a Pythagoras theorem equation. Like they make it look so difficult.
It's not as simple as I said. It's not as. Let me tell you, man. All right. Let me get an example, right?
It is as simple.
No.
I'm gonna give you. All right, go ahead.
No, JTL. All right. So there's a corner league. There's a corner league going by Yurton, right? There's a corner league going by Yurton, and I stand in one day as a coach, right? The team was selected through the management staff, not the coach. Me a coach the team now. Me up on the sideline now. The team was selected through the management staff. So when the game starts, there's a particular player on the pitch. I first him a play. Me don't know. Me don't know say I first him a play because my first day me a stand in. I first him a play. Man unfit. For the first 15 minutes, the man conceded one goal because he unfit. That is when now they must say, boy, all the man start. The man on the bench say, oh, he start. The other man them run me and say, oh, he start. Me say, what? What? So I go say, boom, now. And I say, all right. Pull him off about 35 minutes. I could concede 2 goals in 35 minutes. So I pull him off. Team start perform a lot better. Make 2 tactical changes. Team start perform a lot better. But we lose the game from that initial start. And that player was in the squad, not due to the coach, but based off of the management. And then put the player in there because the player come and he must play and he must play. I'm a big man, my band, big Dan. Not said dancing, but him come and the management friend. So him have to play. So coaching, specifically coaching, is not as easy as you said. One of the best players them actually on the bench, but him couldn't start. Him couldn't start because he have running belly. But he on the bench. After him come on, after him feel better. So he would have definitely seen that. You have definitely seen that there are so much times in football we see coaches make decisions, and as fans we cuss. We cuss, but we don't know there's so much things in coaching.
I will make my point now, military. Yeah. I would make the decision as a fan. I would make the decision of my experience of playing football and playing under different kind of coaches. I'm going to use an example with Fuzzy in the under 20. Mm-hmm. He always took out Tyler Roberts for that kid, James. That was his main go-to rotation. For me, I realized throughout the game, there's no point I thought that Tyler Roberts was one of the players who were tiring the most on the pitch. So, as a coach, wouldn't you even try to attempt where, all right, I would have two speedy wingers running at a defender?
You can answer something? You can answer something?
Yeah.
How are you not sure that decision to take out Tyler Roberts for Chad James isn't an instructed one that he can't go against?
Instructed by who? Then why is he coaching the team? I'm talking about military. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about if I'm the coach.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to. If I'm a coach and I'm coaching Jamaica, I'm losing with the best players. I believe in losing with your best players on the pitch.
Yeah, but that's two things, you know, J. Taylor. Yeah, you are lose your job and you are lose the match.
No, but I don't think you're understanding me. I'm saying a lot of times is what has been affecting our local coaches is getting their combination right. They don't get the combination correct.
All right.
They're not cutting edge in their decision making when it comes to having the right combination of players on the pitch. When you look at a team like Chelsea and Liverpool, Klopp and those guys, they want to have their best 11 out there, players who are firing at every position.
But remember this now. But you have to look on that as well now. Those coaches have due time with those players, so they know what those players can do. At the international level, the longest training session a coach have with a team at the international level are probably a week. Longest.
No, I think we are discussing two different things, because that's why I specifically just used an example for the under 20. And it also was an example in the senior team. When you look at when Paul Hall came in and quickly started to try to weed out the O'Neill Fishers and those guys, you start seeing a little bit more cohesion in the team. Because what was happening is you have players getting coached by USL coaches who I don't think America is a football nation. I don't think their coaches are cutting edge. How many American coaches you know that just get contract and go somewhere and coach bigger teams? I think American coaches are PE style coaches. They deal with fitness and the way how they were taught football. When you talk about Europeans quickly want to implement a style and they want to move the football quicker, and if they believe that even if a player is not as fit, I'm going to get a certain amount of minutes out of him, but this is what we're going to do with him on the pitch. Our coaches don't think in that way. A man say, okay, O'Neill Fisher right back, and him are the right back to the... One of the big mistakes is that Paul Hall was I was rooting for Paul Hall, but I'm kind of happy that Paul Hall left now. People like Javane Brown won't be seeing the pitch anymore like that, because I think Paul Hall was believing in Jimenez. Even military, you were some of the guys as well to have to take responsibility for Tyreek Jimenez and Stati, because you remember me and
what about Tyreek Jimenez?
He is terrible. He's a terrible player. His ego is bigger than his action. His ego is bigger than his ability to play the game.
His ego? What do you mean by his ego? Tell me what you mean by his ego. Have you ever met Tarek Jimenez?
Listen, man.
You can't say his ego is bigger than his talent. You can't say that. Because first of all, let me tell you, anyone in the comment section who knows Tarek Jimenez knows for a fact that Tarek Jimenez, once you see Tarek Jimenez, I smile at him and laugh. He's a very fun, just a fun person. The man, you never see the man get
but military, you can smile and laugh and still have an ego when it comes to football. Look,
I'm telling you.
What do you mean?
I know. Let me tell you, I know this kid personally. I know him.
All right.
I know him background.
Can I make an example of ego? That where he displayed ego? Can I make an example? All right. We had the game, the under 20 game, where the kid Duncan missed the penalty. Jamari Clark won the penalty. I think James got hit in the box. Lost the penalty, got the penalty. Duncan McKenzie missed the penalty. Again, Clark won another penalty. Tyreek McGee, Jimenez, who was having the worst game that game. He was the worst player on the field for Jamaica that game. He was the worst player, and he was stepping up to take the ball from the striker who just won the penalty. That tells me that that's like. So me answer something. When Neymar take up, if Mbappe drop down that penalty box and Neymar take up the penalty and take up the box, go kick a penalty, are you going to say that it's ego as well? You're talking about Neymar and who? What you just said?
I'm asking a question. No, I'm not. I'm asking a question. We're talking about ego, not about the person, the individual.
I'm talking about ego as well, corresponding to talent level.
Listen to what I'm saying, man. Hey, listen. First of all, Tarek Jimenez is a good player, and the notion. Listen to what I'm saying now. All right, in your point of view, he's not good. In your point of view, I can't take that away. In my point of view, we are speaking about a 17-year-old playing under 20 competition. Listen to me. Whereas most of the players are 19 and 20, or 19 going to 20. Just listen to me now. 17-year-old. He's actually 3 years behind all of those players, or most of those players. 3 years behind of them. 3 years. Listen to this now. That was not an ego thing. Tarek Jimenez has, let me tell you the truth, bro. He's one of the most humble little youth you'd have meet. Me not ask that, me tell you. That is the reason. That's what you see on TV.
Military. What you see? A little clip of Tarek Jimenez when he got off the bus in I think some Gucci flip flops and him shades. And that's when we start call. Remember that's when
no, but that don't mean nothing.
Start call him. I was just showing you. I was showing you as an. I was showing you as an example.
Listen when I say I'm Jay Taylor. One of the best dead ball kicker in our team is Tarek Jimenez. Without me not even ask you that. I tell you. Free kick from anywhere, 40 yards out. Penalty, corners. He's one of the best dead ball takers in the team. I'm not asking you anything. I tell you.
I'm glad we're having this discussion because me and you. We disagreed on that on Instagram. What I'm saying was Tyree Jimenez was having, that was his worst game ever. And why I said ego is he got high on his own supply because he was in the national senior team. He felt that he was of a certain caliber when he went down to the under 20s. Military, if I'm a humble person, there's no way I'm having the worst game ever. And a player and the striker who's playing in the championship just won a penalty. And I would step up to him and try to take the football after I'm having one of my worst games to take the penalty. That's what I'm saying. I would humble myself and say, it's not my best game. This game, the striker earned a second penalty. Let them do their thing.
But listen, Jay Taylor. At the end of the day, he's the best dead ball specialist in the team. So nothing is wrong if you want to take it.
No, penalty is different from free kicks. You know, you need to understand that. You know, when you're talking about dead ball kicker.
Hold on, me answer something.
Tyrese Jimenez was the best. You tell me, Tyrese Jimenez was the best penalty taker in the under-20 team. And what stats do you have to back that up, military?
I never said the best penalty taker. I said the best dead ball specialist in the team.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, that was, to me, that was a sign of ego. Terry Jimenez was so bad in that game.
That doesn't compensate. No, I don't. I understand your stance. I definitely understand your stance. But my stance is this: based off how people are saying it, I definitely don't see it that way. Listen, this is what happened, right? There's this. We watch a lot of Premier League football, a lot of international football. In our mindset, we expect the under 20 team to be playing similar to that of what we're seeing. And the truth is, if you watch back I want you guys to watch back the game, you know. In all of the teams, there's so much mispass, miscontrol, players out of position. There's so much of that right across the board. But listen to this now.
Who had the poorest tournament out of all the under 20 players, and I bet Tyrese Jimenez is in the top 3.
Because yes, it was.
No, I'm saying, if I ask any coach, bro, it's there on tape, brother. It's there on tape. He wasn't having a good tournament. He looked tired. All right, so
hold on. So because he didn't have a good tournament, does that mean that he's not a good player?
Listen, that's what big players do. Good players step up when it's time to. And this
joke, bro.
Listen.
No, joke, bro. Listen to me, I say.
Yeah.
Did you know? This is reality. What I say now. Did you know that 90% of the players that do exceptionally well in youth tournaments don't normally come up big on the national stage, on the international stage? Go and check it.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that though.
No, but what I'm saying is that he had a bad tournament as a youth.
At their age group level, we are talking. Remember, this is what I'm saying to you. Tyrese Jimenez, I keep calling him Maggie. Jimenez was in the team based on necessity, or the fact that we lacked proper players at the right back position. Paul Hall was thinking, okay, let me bred this player in for the future, where him and Javian Brown, they could both compete for the right back position.
So, we can answer a question?
No.
That means that Paul Hall no eyes to talent then, right?
No, I think Paul Hall didn't have a lot of options. That's what it is.
No, man, Paul Hall had many options, bro. Listen, Wes Harding was there. Was still available. Mariapa can play right back. Richard King can play right back.
Wes Harding didn't fit what Paul Hall was trying to do.
But why not stick with Javian Brown then?
No, but that's what was happening. He was sticking with Javian Brown and Tyrese Jimenez. What I'm saying to you, bro,
but you could have used someone instead of Jimenez, though.
What I'm saying to you, military, is this. Tyrese Jimenez wasn't ready for international football, and he isn't ready.
I can't. If you believe that,
he's not ready for international football. He is at least 3 years behind.
I don't agree with that.
Needs to be.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
Believe so.
Me not agree with this still.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Where is he going now? What club is he going now? They say he's going to Belgium, right? Where is he going now in Belgium?
Who said that?
That's what didn't somebody post that up that he's gonna be moving to Belgium at some point?
I'm not sure about that.
And I remember the leader came out and said he will be going to. Listen, you see, that's the same thing, you know, where I called in on Ryan's show the other day, and somebody saying, what about Cephas? Cephas needs to get the call, and I keep saying, last season I hear people say, McGregor, I said, guys, you see, one of the players in this team that really earned his spot in this Jamaican national team right now is Kaheem Paris. That young man did it right. He came up through the ranks, schoolboy football, Europe, consistency, 1 year, consistency 3rd year, made a bigger move, got the national call-up. That's the standard we need to set for these youths. Show me consistency when you make the next step up and you get a call up. As soon as a man kick the ball on the post of Jamaica, everybody saying to get called. That's not how it works in a national team. That's why I'm trying to say to you that
I agree.
Jimenez is not ready for international football at the highest level. He is not. You guys, military, listen to it. His performance in the Manning Cup, and he's a bigger youngster, and he was 17. I mean, listen, everybody hype up this kid. They hype up this kid till he actually got into the senior team. But when he got there, you can see that this is the same thing that's happening to Junior Flemings. And I did a whole show on Ryan Channel about Junior Flemings when he made the move. I said, guys, Junior Flemings is going to take at least 2 to 3 years before he can catch up to the speed and the level of the game in Europe, because he's been coached by USL players.
Make I break it down now? Look at this now, right? I understand your stance on regards to players who are at the particular level or not. Now let's have a look. The entire under-20 team didn't have a good tournament. The entire so it wasn't just one individual. The entire team didn't play good. Can definitely say the whole team never play good. But that out of the way. Now, if you believe that he didn't earn a national call-up, if you look at, first of all, Jimenez.
Let me ask you, do you believe he should be in the national setup in Tariq Jimenez?
Tariq Jimenez? Alright. Yeah. Listen, we have players who are ready right now. Tariq Jimenez is a part of, should be a part of.
Military.
Listen to me now.
You look like you move like politician, you know.
No,
answer my question, military. Do you think Tariq Jimenez should be in the national team as we speak?
Alright, so as we speak, you know the 16 plus 7, right?
You hear what I'm...
listen to me.
Is it election season in Jamaica?
Alright. For sure, I believe that he should be a part of the developmental squad.
Yeah, Tariq Jimenez and those guys should be playing outside the FIFA window. They should not be playing in any competitive competition or friendly.
But question, outside the FIFA window, isn't he still playing for the national team?
No, but the coach already stated that that's how one of his method of apparatus is where he's gonna have.
This is the reason why.
Develop other players.
This is the reason why I trust. I trust that Jimenez can come to something good. We all know Paul Hall for a talent spotter, a talent identifier for what he has done at QPR, and that has been a success for him.
No. You see, I shift the goalpost. I'm asking you specifically about
let me get it now.
Jimenez.
Just let me get it now. We all know Paul Hall for that. And if Paul Hall saw Tariq Jimenez and said there is something there, if Paul Hall see a man who has done it at every level, see Tariq Jimenez and said there is potential there, I trust that. And I have seen it that there is potential there. I have seen it. And me, for one, can say I trust Paul Hall's judgment and me can trust that. Yes, we might say Iwaguan, he's not ready to face one Lionel Messi. He's not ready to face one Angel Di Maria. Me can 100% say that. He's not ready for that yet.
Military. We're not even look at even Javier Brown.
Javier Brown not ready yet neither. But what I'm saying is this now.
Military. You're not even let me finish. That's what me I got said to you. If Javier Brown in the MLS, I'm here tell us that Javier Brown not even if he carry water buckle for Jamaica team. How you gonna tell me that a youth who just left schoolboy football, who's just figuring out his game, who probably don't even know his strengths, he hasn't been through a rigorous season with a top club and learn to be a professional. You're telling me that player is ready?
Did I say he's ready? You know, I know me not say that. Yeah. Listen. I want you to listen to me keenly. Listen to me. I want you to listen to me.
Yeah.
I am saying that I trust Paul Hall's judgment on bringing him into the national team because there is potential there for growth. If you look at the players that he's likely to face at the international level, playing for Jamaica going forward, he's definitely won't be up as competition for them. So that is the reason I said he would be good for the developmental part of the squad, whereas in the next 3 to 4 years from now, we have a player who actually plays some professional football somewhere else and is now ready at that particular time. But right now, as it stands, I can't see Tarek Jimenez facing the Maria and the Lionel Messi and these guys. I can't say that. So okay. I am not saying that put him in the team. Me not say put him in the team. But I'm saying that he's not a bad player as all people make it look like I'm worrying about. No, I'm not. No, I don't believe that. I don't subscribe to that idea.
He was the worst player for Jamaica in the
No, I don't agree. I don't subscribe to that.
Ask the fans them who was the worst player in the under
the entire team was crap.
It qualified. No,
the entire team was crap.
You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. The central defender, I think he was a pretty good player.
Which one?
The one from Chelsea.
You forgot. Hold on. You forgot that he has errors in him as well. Twice. We can't see that goal due to him downfall.
He's a young player. He's gonna have error, but the upside.
So he's young now. So he's young.
I'm saying but what I'm saying, he showed me something that he is the player for the developmental squad.
The most impressive keeper. The entire under 20 come shot.
Tell me Tyreek Jimenez. One highlight moment for Tyreek Jimenez in that whole qualifier.
The entire team was not good, but the most impressive player, only one player stood out. Only one. And the goalkeeper. And because he always under pressure. He was the only player who stood out.
I disagree. I strongly disagree. I think Tyler Roberts showed me enough potential where he should be like right below getting a call up for the team because of
for the national team
and his vision. I think so. I think that's the players you look at, my friend. He was playing in a team where people couldn't keep up with his level, bro. That's what you know. They couldn't keep up with his level. Him and the central defender, even the other little short young guy from Canada. He's not a centre back, but he has heart and he reads the game very well. I think he was playing centre back with the kid from Chelsea, the short. What's his name? Blake.
Romain Blake.
I think Romain Blake. Is that his name?
Okay. Do you know that actually a Canadian player, a Jamaican player, schoolboy football?
Jamaican player. Okay. He started all the games, right? He started all the games, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like that kid.
But listen now. Do you know that he's actually a defender? He's not a defender. He's a central defensive midfielder.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying. The military just say that's not his position. I don't know the player. I'm just going off the eye test, and I'm seeing that he reads the game very well. And I'm saying that he has, he doesn't have the height, but there's something about him where I would like to see him a few more times. Not in the national team, but some kind of.
But somebody disagree with you. Somebody said Romain Blake was a big part of the problem in the team.
No, but we didn't have better. I'm going off what I've seen. I'm going off. You see, this is why people are going to have problem with this coach now, because let me say this too. This coach is not going to go for players where people want. People have to remember, this is a Scandinavia coach. They go for the pieces that they need. They go for the pieces that they need. A man go stall and say, that man they not play. Them nobody come with it. You see, this coach, the last 5 games in the Euros, they in Ladderback and this coach, they started the same 5 players. This is not a coach who's going to rotate people day and night. And you see 1,600 man. This coach is going to work on cohesion. And people are not going to be happy with sometimes players who get the start because he's looking for solid players at all positions. And solid players to these guys are players who read the game very well, who's not losing the ball in key positions, and if he can track back, because if he's centre forward, he's going to have to play defense. This is how this kind of coach coaches. If you look at.
But me can answer a question on that.
Yes.
Remember that's similar to how Tapa usually playing. Everybody behind the ball. You think people are going to complain?
No, but you see the difference with this coach is he's not sitting everybody behind the ball and trying to counter with the long ball. He's still, though he might sit behind the ball, he's still trying to have build-up play. He's still trying to have build-up play. If you look at because I look at a lot of his games and I went back and I said, okay, that's what he tries to do. And he does change his formation throughout the game, depending on how the game is going. But as I said, last night I saw the same thing. I saw Simon put out a thing with the under-17 and he said, this team can win the World Cup. And I said, with a local coach, all if we have Jesus Christ out there, we can't win nothing. May I tell you, the local coaches are just not on the cutting edge of football. They're not brave enough to play the right players, and they never get the combination right. That was one of Tapa's big problem. Remember, Tapa is the man we carry on different 23 every game. You have to say, Tapa just say, yo, you got them man they too good. We now better carry them. We are carrying one new 23, and you couldn't build up cohesion. You couldn't build up. Winfred Schaefer, when Winfred Schaefer was the coach at Jamaica, you notice what he did? One of the youngest players in the team at that time was that kid, Seaton, Michael Seaton, and he was a prospect. He was supposed to do big things, don't know what happened to his career, but he bred in one or some young players. He was looking for a solid player. That kid Leng was coming off the wing. That player was coming off the bench. He's a really good player. You know what I mean? So people have to understand. Say, I used to tell people, say, Taxi Lawrence and those players, they're not international football players, bro. And people say, what? Taxi? I'm saying, yes, Taxi. I'm saying, yes, Taxi. I'm saying Junior Flemings. I was a fan of Junior Flemings like about 2 years ago because I saw a great upside to him. But I don't think you would need a neuroscientist to fix Junior Fleming as a footballer because his brain and his body doesn't work together. His body want to do something. He pass when he's supposed to shoot, and he shoot when he's supposed to pass. So that tells me there's something like one of the neurons them now fire. Yeah. The next Lamar Walker, him and Jonah Flemings have the same football mental problem. Pass when them fi shoot
All right,
when
so
them
can
fi
answer a
pass.
question. All right, so basically, if you look on it, our local footballers are wrong or right. Our local footballers are underdeveloped, right? Would you say that?
They are underdeveloped and overhyped.
All right, fine, fine. Secondly, would you say that if Jamaica had some really professional UEFA Pro licensed coaches coaching from a younger age, we'd have a way more developed footballers in our country, potentially be able to challenge the top teams then?
With better playing surfaces.
I think general them something they're coming to. But because remember now.
Because it's very important. Because if you look at one of the problems that the dentist had in Iceland, right?
The dentist?
You know, he had a
That's what you call him?
Yeah, well, he's a dentist, right?
Yeah, by profession too.
Yeah, but if you come to Jamaica with a nickname, you know, so you have one already, or them give one. So I guess I dentist. So, all right. When he was in Iceland, one of his problems he was having, he was saying that footballers nowadays have it too easy, as to where in Iceland, back in the days of him coming up, in the winter, you would play outside in the snow and get tough and play hard, but now players are playing indoors on the surface. And he had a little pushback. People are saying like, man, we're not in those days anymore where you have to outside in the hard winter playing in the snow. So he's a man who is into that rigid and that work hard type of mentality, and a lot of players they're going to see a drop off at the bus here slowly because he is not that kind of coach. You see, one thing I'm telling you about the Scandinavian culture, you see, disciplined military, those people will choose discipline over talent any time.
Which is the right thing, you know. It's actually the right thing because at the end of the day, if it just depends on talent alone, you won't make it. Because the truth is, the most talented players are not normally the players that you say really make it. And most of the time are the most disciplined one, them who decide to them or put in the work and really, really push you. Big deal is that I'm the longest show this ever.
Yeah. But how would you fix one of the big problems? Because, you know, I talked to a coach one time at Brøndby, and I said to him, why, you know, Jamaica, we have a lot of young talents and stuff. Why? I think Rudolph Austin came there for a short stint, and he must have did a kick down players in a training hard and stuff. He not even didn't last very long, and them send him out to the north of Denmark. And he says that, in other words, when he was saying it, like Jamaican players, they're a bit giddy-headed, like a bit wild in their way how they play football, and it was a thing for me where I had to think about that they were very these players, they were they they just don't think, bro. We have so much speed and talent, but as soon as we get the ball, we want to run, but we don't know where we're running to. We don't know where we're running
I
to.
think that is a fundamental issue that we have in our ingrained in our football, in our local football. Because watching schoolboy football, for me, there's a lot I'm learning watching schoolboy football. There's a lot I'm learning and understanding some of the reason why we are at a particular place. For example, I watch a game between St. Catherine versus JC, right? And definitely the JC team, quality team. But they couldn't display the quality they have because of the surface that we're playing on. The surface was horrible. Every time they try to play the ball around, the ball just not, either pass get under hit or the pass boom over the player foot or go control the ball. So they start to go long. And people are going to say, no man, that's not how the Jamaica College play. That don't look good for a team like Jamaica College. So I'm looking at it. Imagine if they were actually on a surface that they could really put the ball down and play the ball. It would have been a beautiful sight to see. But I definitely see that. I see these are the fundamentals. Yeah.
So somebody was saying that Iceland is not I know Iceland is a Nordic country, but they should remember that Iceland was under the kingdom of Denmark. Iceland, Faroe Islands, those countries were under the kingdom of Denmark. So they were, at one point, they were almost integrated into Scandinavian culture. And the Icelandic mantra that the dentist is coming with, that's Lars Ladderback. Lars Ladderback is one of the persons who worked on the new football constitution as to how development is concerned in Sweden, of how football works. That's the school where he's coming from. So you're going to see similarities with the Swedish style of play in how Jamaica operates. And this is a compact but disciplined style of play.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How long you think it's going to take the coach to implement his style of play?
It's gonna take a while for him to implement this style of play, because style of play cannot be implemented over a few games. You know what I mean? Style of play is international football, you're only getting the players 3 or 4 times for before the game. So I think in a year and a half, I think by next summer, we should start seeing what he's trying to do. But I still think he's going to try to get results before that, because all coaches know you might have time to build your team and develop, but you still need to win right now. Football is what have you done for me lately. You can't just keep losing and people are like, well, we are waiting for your style of play.
All right, so I kind of generally subscribe to that same census, but one of the things that I realize about football is this, right? The reason why you said we can't keep losing, that I think that has a lot more to do with the fan perspective, that we need results. At the end of the day, we still need results. But if you are a coach, right, and you are in a program, specifically, I think the Jamaican program is very toxic. I honestly believe so, that the Jamaican football regime is very toxic. And as a coach coming in, I do believe that he has a lot of work to do with the backroom staff, the administration, the players, and also the fan base, the connection between, because it is now the coach's responsibility, if talk to play them and let them understand, say, hey, you see the fans, yes, some of my fans are part-time media, you have to keep a balanced relationship with them, because at the end of the day, fly high, fly low. If we now play a South Africa, if we now play a North Pole, they will be with you guys. It doesn't matter what. If we now win, we now lose, we now win, they will make nice, they will cheer and go on good. If we now lose, they will cuss and go on bad. But at the end of the day, they will be supporting same way. They will be supporting. So, I strongly believe that the coach, what we have right now, before we even see new players coming in, it's going to be maybe 2024 before we see new players coming in. Because by then, the team itself would have identified his personal identity that he wants to implement on the team, and how he wants his team to play.
I think that's too long, military, because what you have to understand in football now, 4 years in football in 2007 is 2 years now in 2022.
So, wait a second, next year then? By next year?
Yes.
You think by next year? All right, let's factor in. How much international games do you think I play next year?
Let me put the point across. And it's just 2 friendly games. One of the things where Jamaican fans are going to be really excited about is the backroom staff that this coach is bringing in, his assistants, and how they look at analytics. Well, I want to point you to Thomas Frank at Brentford. That's the Scandinavian mantra. He was one of the first coaches that started taking iPad, go up on the sideline, go break down play and look for statistics. Thomas Frank is tracking how much kilometers you are run in a minute, how much plays you're giving him, how much plays you're giving, how much you're in positions, stuff like that. So these coaches, these Icelandic coaches, our Scandinavian mantra now is football is very technologically driven now, and I think he's going to take Jamaica into the new age of football now. So I think his backroom stuff, and that's why the pace of improvement is going to be more rapid. It's not like before when you just have to watch players off eye tests and you only had team games to look over tape. Now they're using different metrics to track players' progression and what you need of a player, how much work rate a player is giving you at each position. And because remember, each position have a specific requirement of work rate where you need out of a player. Certain coaches just tell the man in Jamaica, say, yo, you need to be fit down. No, you might just need 60 minutes out of this player to pull this off, and you have another competent player who's coming in to finish the game off at that position. So I think one of the things that I'm very excited about is the fact that these guys, the dentist and his team is going to bring Jamaica into the modern age of football as far as technology is concerned. And I think
Jamaica are the Reggae Boyz.
I think, listen, I don't know, is he going to be doing, because I think in his resume, even his assistant coaches, they do go around and teach around the world, teach coaching courses for other coaches. So I'm sure the GS would want to utilize that. You have to get some of those knowledge. You can't pay a man so much money to come to Jamaica with technology. Just like China. If you go to China with a company, China want to know what technology it is, and then so them can bootleg it when you're gone. You see me? So Jamaica, we need to soak up that knowledge from him.
Copy it.
And and copy it and get some of our younger players. And thank you for having me, military. I'll listen to the rest of the show.
Yeah, man, because me close up on the 2-hour margin. The show is long. The show is long,
yeah,
people.
Man, bless up.
Bless up. Big up J Taylor. People, massive respect, people. Everybody tuning in. Really, really appreciate it. J Taylor, have a good conversation. Man of insights. Very, very good insights. Always, all the time. Alright, so people. Now, for me, I personally think that the task at hand, because yes, I understand that J Taylor said, boy, the modern technology is here to supplement the fast track of many aspects of how we want to go forward. My problem is, because as I mentioned earlier, how toxic the environment, the fan base, people with toxic. Almost every day we get up on social media we cuss. Every day we get we are cuss. So there's going to be a lot of work to be done with the fan base, with the team, the players, because a lot of the players them are toxic just the same. Internal aspect. Internal aspect. So there's a lot to fix before we can say, boy, we're gonna move forward and we can do this right now. The thing is, he'll be coming under a lot of pressure because the expectations will be there for him to garner the results right now. But the truth and the fact is, you won't see results coming in right away. That's just a part of football. That's also a part of development is in football. Let's say, people, let's trust the process that this coach will get the job done. All right, we have Jermaine a call. Jano, bless up, Jermaine.
Yes, military going on. I was just, just wait till you guys finish talk.
Oh, Jano, tune about that conversation
yeah, it was a
after
good
that.
conversation. It was a great conversation. No. It's respect. Two-person talking. You just sit down and listen and learn. You understand? Somebody talk and you just go call. No, you sit down and listen and learn. You guys were going on into a great conversation, but he said something about coaches in the U.S., right? Mm-hmm. You can't compare coaches in the U.S. to coaches in Jamaica because these coaches here, they're getting themselves much better, right? Mm-hmm. Kids playing in America here, like it's like a van full of kids and then carry them gone. These kids are being taught proper here. Mm-hmm. You understand? So that's something that's another. So he missed that point. The kids here are being taught the game here now. It's not like the one time kids go play something. What you call it? Pick up game now. Mm-hmm. Here in America now, the kids are being taught the game at the grassroots level. Mm-hmm. You understand? So that's the way this is here now. So the coaches here are getting way better. They're way, way better. So I disagree with him on that thought. But I have a few topics. I'm gonna go back and forth with you with.
Yeah.
I agree that yes, the kids have to start from somewhere. And Manning Cup and Corner League is totally the biggest thing for the kids them back home, right? Mm-hmm. Manning Cup is a big thing. Very, 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 very big thing.
Yeah, Manning Cup and that
and it's unbalanced. Yeah, I mean, yes, come on, you know what I mean? Manning Cup and D Cup is big. Also, during the summertime, them have these corner league stuff, which is really big too, right? Mm-hmm. But there's one thing I noticed with us, and it is true. As a player put on two shifts on one person, everybody starts saying this person for Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And it's been like this since I was, because and it's been like that, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, coaches pick their team, and this new coach is not.
Wagwan.
And hello?
Yeah, man, I'm here now. It cut off.
That's what you call it.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I agree. But from I watched the under-20 qualifying, and I think Pearson was garbage. That's my opinion. I think he was garbage, right? Maybe y'all see something different from him on the ground back in Jamaica. I don't know. I didn't see it.
I'm not going to say, for me, I won't say garbage. He didn't have a good campaign. I'm going to say he didn't have a good campaign. You hear me?
Well, yeah, I hear you. And this is where I said, right, this is the time for him to shine. He had not one game, not two games, not three games, right? It's this time for him to shine. He was a guy that's playing above, playing in Premier League, and you know what I'm saying. So, and he was older than a lot of the guys, right? So I was looking for more leadership from him. Now, I may not be disrespecting him, calling him garbage. Maybe the first game he was nervous, second game he was nervous, but after three games, man, come on, time to straighten your belt and and get up and go. Also, the coach, if the coach coached the best of his ability, and he got out coached, right?
Hold on.
The players
give me a second, Jermaine. Just to good said, MG, the players will still talk to you if they judge them objectively. You should try it and see. But Jason Guna, I can't come here and say players are garbage. That is not being objective. I can say a player didn't play well, but I can't come here and say a player is garbage, Jason Guna. You can't expect me to say the same things that the callers are saying. You can't expect me to say that.
Everybody has one opinion.
Remember that these guys are people that I know, Mm-hmm. What if we said,
boy? And that's another point there, military.
Yeah.
Military. See, that's another point right there, right? And that's a point. That's a problem I have an issue with a lot of people. And I see people because yes, you know this person personal, right? Mm-hmm. And he's a good player on the field, and he's very respectable and this and that, right? Mm-hmm. Put that aside. Take him. Put it aside. You take him from Jamaica and you carry him to somewhere as an animal player, and you realize that his level is way below, right? And I'm like, But then again, you did say something earlier that makes sense. I wasn't at the training, and you said Zimenez whoever it is, one of the Zimenez, God, kind of the guy that they say him hold up on the ball more than
Zion Scarlett.
What's it?
Zion
Yes.
Scarlett.
Now you have a point right there. We were in a training. You were there.
Yeah.
Right. So the coaches is something that we don't see. So we can't fault the coach for that because we never did training as we are going. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's another thing we have to take into perspective, right? But what I personally see from Pearson playing in the under-20 World Cup, this is my opinion from what I see. From what I hear was, and then this is where this is one of the things I hear. Everybody was talking about this guy, so I'm saying, wow, you know, this guy going to match Costa Rica and big player. Mm-hmm. What I see from that guy was nothing. Mm-hmm. I expect more from him because the way he was hype up. I expect more from him. And he did not play. He was not the. I mean, his level was way below. I don't know if, the first game I could say yes, he was nervous. Second game he was nervous. After, come on, man. And that's my opinion, right? He was just not good. He was not good. And to say he have a bad tournament, okay, but how much chance are we going to give someone?
What do you mean?
How much chance, right? After, okay, he's a senior. He's a display, right? After he played the first game, did not have a good game. The second game, did not have a good game. The third game. Shouldn't the coach can himself and say, okay, give somebody else a chance?
Yeah, that would have been the coach's job. But he's not having a good tournament. He's having a poor performance game by game. You must give someone else a chance. Let's see what someone else can do. And sometimes, all right, so a lot of people don't know, right? Most of the teams that we put out to play, Jamaica, the Reggae Boyz, and even the Reggae Girls, 98% of the times that when we put out a team, those teams are underprepared.
Of course.
So they are underprepared. So in regards to preparation, it's like 10%. The expectations is 90%. So that is what happened.
No, right?
Huh?
These guys have about a month and a half of train together, right? And yes, there's still things that that we don't know. You are so right about that. There's a lot that we don't know, right?
Yeah.
And I heard some was a housing facility and traveling and this and that, right?
Yeah.
So that is one thing now. So I'm gonna move to a different topic now. We also. And then, everybody call you their own opinion. Everybody look on this player, that player, this player, and go, and this player, and go, right? At some point, we have to let the coaches do their job. True. You understand?
Agreed.
If the coaches have failed, and then we start talk, right? Yeah. But we have got to make the coaches do their job. You understand that the coaches pick them team. If they fail now, then we start at something. But why not play this player, why not play that player? No, come on, man. It's time for we to stop. Make the coaches make the decision. You know what I mean? I thought everybody has sending this player, sending that player, sending this player, sending that player. It is a time though where we just stop, brother. Just stop. But the coach then pick them team, right?
All right, hold on. Give me a second, Jeremy. Because some people are coming in. So J.S. Guna said how much more than 6 weeks of training a team needs. The problem was how much of it was fuzzy there for her. First of all, the team had trained for 6 weeks, but 5 out of the 6 weeks, it wasn't the same team. People in and out. Even the last week, people still are joining the team. Just the same as with the girls them. That's of a J.S. Guna. MG, ill-prepared teams perform above expectations sometimes. Yeah, you have it 1 and 2 times, yes. But can Jamaica do it? We have seen it. That's a no. Dwight Spencer. So with 2 days of preparation, Argentina going to drop 4 pounds. All right, so let me tell you about this now, Dwight Spencer. With 2 days of preparation, Argentina go put forward one team where you see them play for past 4 years. The same team you see them put forward. For past 4 years, are the same team them put off a player. So let me tell you, and you're gonna see a Jamaican teams with strong possibility. Man, I get debut again. 4 players never play together. The back line not set up. This a man not play out of position. That is what you're gonna see. So guess what? We probably get more than that. So there is context. There is context to every single thing when you speak, people. There is context to it. So Argentina put out a team. You think Argentina will switch up their team? You think Argentina drop this man and put it? No. Argentina have that team for if you go and check out the last World Cup or 2018 World Cup, go and check 2018 World Cup. And we can guarantee you say about 15 of those players who were in the 2018 World Cup now in the 2022 World Cup. Go and check it for yourself if I foolish me attack. And possible I'll see 15 players we go face, which might be a detriment to own own joy and fun. You continue yes now, Jermaine.
Brother, we can't compare ourselves to Argentina. They don't have the problem that we have. You understand? If it was a track and field, we have the riches. You know what I mean? They don't have riches in that department. We have riches in that department. So you know, we're gonna finish up now. But at some point, you know, we have to give, you know, we have to make the coach them, you know, come in and things. So you know, I'm on a clean slate right now. You know what I mean? I'm willing to give the JFF a pass, even though I still don't trust them. So I just want to see what could come from this administration, right? But I think, you know, he has to take over he has to take over the whole department and get things right, you know, from the grassroots level up. You know what I mean? And hope that after he leave a program here so everybody can follow. Okay? But we have to start from somewhere, and I think this is a clean slate, and all of us got to be on this clean slate and keep it moving. All right? Thanks, brother. Thanks for the call.
All right, bless up. Whoa, people, we've gone over the 2 hour mark. Bless up, Jermaine. We've gone over the 2 hour mark, people. Going to close off of 2:10. We're going to go for 4 more minutes, actually. Jason Guna said, you mean 2022 World Cup? Yeah, this year World Cup may attack. But check it out if you don't find out, say 15 of those players that played in 2018 World Cup will be playing again, even against Jamaica now next week. Just go and check it. Just go and check it for yourself, and you will see. Go and check it for yourself. Colonel Ray said the under 20 team overperformed. If you ask me, they should have not reached that far with all those backroom problems. Remember when a Conway Ray, nobody really think about. The only thing they focus on is the individual players that they just want to stigmatize. Nobody talk about that. And let me tell you something, people. If you don't know in world of football, off the field issues hugely affect on the field issues. Hugely. The truth and more said who was added to the team and who got dropped. Just Andre Blake was added to the team. No one got dropped. Andre Blake and Curtis Tilt. Sorry, my apologies. Where do I reach? RN Hoare said 2018 under 20, 1993 under 23, under 20 2007 Gold Cup were all ill prepared. And what was the success for it? What was the success? Oh, and Oregoni. Did JFF confirm it? Rolanda, did JFF confirm it? Colin Quest said Fuzzy Hall, Topper, and all the recent local coaches don't know their head from their foot. Any coach allows speed and company to split the team will not be successful. Well, it's the technical committee who select the coach, you know, so what you going to say now? You Colin Quest, I them select the coach as well, you know, so what you going to say? We're not going to successful same way? You know, guys, thanks for the info always. Engno God, big up. Just goodness says 7 out of 32 players from 2018 squad are on the squad for Jamaica game, so half the amount you said. And those 7 are starters, guaranteed starters. Guaranteed starters. Let's see. No man, you sure 7? I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it. I will check it and do an update. So later, I'm gonna do my show later. Make sure you say jump on. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it. I will 100% check it. Name the 7 as well. You jump for that quick. So name the 7. Anyways, people, we're going to close off. Roland O'Connor said, I never knew Edwards for Sporting could potentially play for Jamaica. Never knew neither. But, the young youth. Yeah. I will send me. Big deal and send me. Big deal show me. Anyways, so wait before you close off. Here are the names. Alright, drop the names them. Alright, so I wait on Jason going to drop the names them. Since the 7 of the 2018 squad, the 2017 squad participated in the 2018 World Cup. Lionel Messi, the Bala, Palacios, Angel Di Maria, Oof. Shamar Foster said, any Man Cup today? No Man Cup games playing today. Shamar. Foster. No Man Cup. So, me just a whip on Jason Guna for dropping name them people. He said it's 7. Let me see if I can check. Let me see. Instagram. I think me put up the tape. I think me put up a list for my Instagram, so me I check it, but no. Alright, so let me look at the list. Emiliano Martinez. I have a list now. Jesse Guna said, Otamendi, Acuna, Messi, Di Maria, Angel Di Mala, Talafico, Armani. Let me see who else. Angel Correa. Was Angel Correa part of the 2018 squad? Check that as well. Check Angel Correa. Palacios. Check. You need to check Palacios as well. Not sure. I don't remember Martinez. Let me check if Los Celso was a part of the team as well. So I'm going to check. Let me check the squad. Okay, let me see. Goalkeeper Sergio Romero. Di Maria, Messi, Zabaleta, Maxi Rodriguez. Long time I haven't seen him. Otamendi, Javier Mascherano, Demichelis, none of these guys. Rojo Fernandez, Palacio was there. So Palacio is one of the names. You need to add Palacio on your list. Let me see. Ricky Alvarez. I didn't add Los Celso, so he makes 8. Me look on the 2018 team, man. The 2018 team, me look on. Me look on it right now. And all I need to work all I start, them a dead on starter. All I need them a dead on starter, Aguero. And that is Basalavesi. Okay, so it's 8 players actually. 8 players. So Jason Guna, 8 out of that, we're gonna play against 8 of them. 8 of them. And 8 starters. MJ, I'll be calling later. No problem, Ricardo. Martinez wasn't part of the squad. Me just not calling in them, I never said them. Jason Guna said Palacios did not go to the last World Cup. It's Palacio. My apologies, it's Palacio. So it's 8 out of the 32. So they're going to select their 23-man squad from that. So, but at the same sense, Jason, almost that's a quarter squad. A quarter squad, that's not Jason. That's the experience in the squad, you know. With addition of the new players, you know. But anyways, people, Jano sir, we're going way over the time. Way over the time. People, supposed to do another show later. Supposed to do a Premier League review show later as well. So look out for more shows, people. Definitely turn on the notification. Palacio, of course, Palacio did go. Me look on Palacio right now. Yeah, tell me, say, me look on Palacio right now. Rodrigo Palacio, number 18, forward. But he's not on the squad. But anyways, people, may I jump off now, people. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. I'll see you guys again Jason Good, that's a 2014 team. You tell a 2014 team, man. Oh, rated. Yes, a 2014 team, you look on. Let me see something. Why I'm putting 2014, 2018? Let me say more players are gonna play then. More players definitely going in the squad then. That what me look on a while ago. Taliafico, 1. Taliafico, 1. Acuna, 2. Lionel Messi, 3. 2018 squad me a look on. The Maria 4. I think Armani. No. Let me see. Lo Celso, 5. Otamendi, 6. Now see Marcos Rojo. Marcos Rojo is not here. Dybala, 7. I think Pavan. It's 8. So 8 Guna. I don't think that's it. 8 players in the squad. That's good continuity. Anyways, people, gotta go now, people. So hopefully, guys are doing good. Guys, make sure you smash the like button before you go. I'll see you guys. Jason said, "Bro, listen to when me talk, man." Big up, people. I'll see you guys again. Hopefully, guys tune in later. As I said, people, turn on notifications so you get the latest update as soon as possible. Peace out, people. Big up. Boom.